Hey writers, welcome to a new week. Along with this new week comes a new opening moment. You've had two before, this will be the third. As a reminder, you'll have all week to work on it, decide when that best time is for you, listen to this poem twice, and when you're finished, choose one of the three challenges. And I'll explain more about that later. But you'll listen to this poem twice and enjoy it. This poem is called Renaissance by Edna St. Vincent Millay. Edna St. Vincent Millay was a poet who was born here in Maine and spent her early years here. She became famous, worldwide even. She spent a lot of time in her early years walking around the hills of Camden and paying attention to the world around her, and like all writers, she wrote down those observations. And this poem is about those observations, things that she saw. I'm just going to share the first three stanzas with you, so it's called an excerpt. And if you'd like to read the rest of it, you can look it up. Renaissance by Edna St. Vincent Millay. Here we go. All I could see from where I stood was three long mountains and a wood. I turned and looked another way and saw three islands in a bay. So with my eyes I traced the line of the horizon thin and fine, straight around till I was come back to where I'd started from. And all I saw from where I stood was three long mountains and a wood. Over these things I could not see. These were the things that bounded me, and I could not touch them with my hand. Almost, I thought, from where I stand, and all at once things seemed so small, my breath came short and scarce at all. But sure, the sky is big, I said, miles and miles above my head. So here upon my back I'll lie and look my fill into the sky. And so I looked, and after all, the sky was not so very tall. The sky, I said, must somewhere stop, and sure enough, I see the top. The sky, I thought, is not so grand. I most could touch it with my hand. And reaching up my hand to try, I screamed to feel it touch the sky. That's the first three stanzas of our poem. So after you listen to this twice, please go into the Google Classroom and find the document called Opening Moment. It's one that you are familiar with, and you've seen it a few times for the Billy Collins poem and for the Mary Oliver poem. Listen to this a second time and choose one of the three challenges. If you haven't, take the time to listen to this poem and draw what you see in your imagination based on Edna St. Vincent Millay's words. Your second challenge is to draw and write down some of the words or phrases that Edna used that you appreciate. Third, draw, capture some of Edna's words, and then do your own writing. A couple of sentences, a couple of paragraphs, anything that comes to mind while you hear this poem, Renaissance. Whatever it is you do, take a picture of it or add it into this document and share it with me and Nancy. Have fun, and we look forward to seeing your work finished at some point this week.